Well, hi there. In this video, I want to do a quick unboxing and a review of this Takstar microphone. I'm looking at it because right now I use the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. I don't know what else you're going to stick on the end of that. Get on really well with it, but it's $300. And this one is $28. It's got some great reviews on Amazon. What is it like? So firstly, let's unbox it, and then we're going to put it alongside that Rode, bring them right in close and see if there's a noticeable difference. Okay, so let's jump in. So let's have a look inside this then. It seems to be very nicely packaged. Comes with a nice little bag there. And here it is. Spare screws just for this little mount on here. But that's it. So nicely done, well presented. There she is. Now I'm not going to be able to do a lot with this until I put some batteries in. So just one AA battery is going to go in here. I'll get that sorted. So very simply on here, we've got an on-off switch on here. We've got a 10 decibel boost on here, just to, with a lot of DSLRs, the amps inside the cameras aren't great. So to be able to boost it inside the microphone and get a stronger feed coming in means we can turn it down inside the camera. And then we've got a bass boost, which should cut out some of the ambient noise in the room. So we'll try those, but I'm most interested just to put it alongside the Rode and see how they perform. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so I've brought these microphones right in front of me. As you can see, they're sitting 18 inches in front of my mouth. And in fairness, that's the distance I would normally record at. It would just be out of view, just above the camera normally. So that's typical to what I would get. And it may be a bit echoey in this room. It's always a problem that I have trying to deaden the sound in a big square box. But we're doing side-by-side comparison. So what is true for one will be true for the other. So at the minute, this is coming through on the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. I love this microphone. They've upgraded it with the Plus. There's probably stuff that I don't know or understand, but from a user's perspective, I like the fact that I can plug in a separate lead into the back of it. I like the fact that the battery is way easier to get to. I like that I can charge it with a USB if I want to. And I like that it talks to the camera. So actually when the camera turns off, this turns off. And vice versa, when the camera comes on, this powers on. So I don't have the problem with accidentally leaving this on, which is what I used to do with the Rode VideoMic Pro, and potentially could happen with this new one. The times I came back to a flat battery, it was really frustrating. But at least with this new one, it's a AA battery rather than the square one that you've got to get hold of. So lots of reasons why I like this Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. More controls on the back of it, although to be honest, this is running through at the minute just on its default setting without changing a thing. So I'm running this into my Panasonic G80 and I've got the audio turned down to -10. So let's just see how they compare. Now this is a pretty silent room here. As I say, it's probably a bit echoey, but there's nothing going on around me. There are no computers, no buzzing should be happening. So what do we think firstly to the audio coming through from the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus? And now let's switch it over, pop this one on and see how that compares. So what do we think to this? This is the mic on its default settings. We haven't added the bass boost and we haven't put the plus 10 dB on. The camera's set on -10 decibels anyway, which is where this one was. So interested to see what that's like. And then let me just try adjusting that and put in the extra 10 decibels in first. So I'm guessing that's going to be coming out too loud now, but that's what it is with the 10 decibels on. So now I've taken that plus 10 decibels off, and what I've done is add the bass boost in. So interested to see what difference this makes. And then with that bass boost off again. So what do we think? I need to just pull these in, have a listen to them before I give you a conclusion, because I don't know. Well, I've got to say, I am blown away. I really thought there would be more of a difference than there is between these two microphones. With my headphones on, yes, I can hear some difference. With this cheaper mic, there is more of a, just a background noise that I can hear, and I definitely don't sound quite as rich and as clear a voice coming through that as I do on this Rode. But when I take the headphones off and I listen to it through my laptop, which, bearing in mind, this is probably how you're listening to it right now, and if you're creating a course or creating videos, this is probably how your audience are going to be listening. I'm struggling to hear a difference flicking between the two. So, will I be recommending it? Absolutely. For the difference, literally from £28 or dollars, I think it's about the same in dollars, up to 280. No, you can definitely save some money here and get some great quality audio coming through. I am absolutely going to be changing this around in my equipment list. So thank you to the guys that spotted this and asked me to do a quick review on it. Things to be aware of. To be honest, the build quality is fine on this. People in the reviews are talking about the shock mount on it, that it's picking up the image stabilizing in your camera. Well, that's not happening in this scenario because I don't have it on top of the camera anyway. I would always bring it off of the camera and have it on a boom. So that isn't an issue. The thing for me is the battery, because this is running off of a single AA battery, and from the front here I've got no indication as to how well that battery is performing. So all I need to think of is just when I want to do a day's filming or a new batch, just to change that battery out and put a new one in. What I don't want to do is to find myself recording a video like this and get to the end of it and realize that the battery's gone flat. Or I think actually as it loses power, you're going to get more interference and bad audio coming through. So make sure you've got a fresh battery with it. But actually, for the £250 that you've just saved yourself, that's not much of an inconvenience really, is it? So I'm definitely going to be adding this to my equipment list. It's just reduced that by £250, making it way more affordable to get going with video like this. Hope you enjoyed that. Would love to hear your feedback. So keep your eye out for future videos, more like this. If you've got other things that you want me to review, happily let's have a look at them. And what I'd really love you to do is to come over and join us in the Pro Video Made Easy group over on Facebook, where we can really get into more discussion about all of these things. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I wish you all the best with your videos. I'm here to help you if you want me.